My project is going to focus on knowledge about our traditional medicine plants, our traditional plants, flowers, fruits, one right there, and other wild foods that we've used for hundreds of years. I want to show young people the proper way to harvest these plants and how to identify the plant, which plant is what it's called in Lakota. Like this morning, we went out and looked at echinacea, and the Lakota word for that is ichakvehu. I want our young people to understand that we can have our own medicines, we can grow our own food, we can get back to that healthy space where our ancestors were. And it just takes a little work sometimes. And then we could probably dig around it a little bit more, because we gotta go a little bit deeper to get. This is knowledge that our ancestors left us. And we were put on these reservations that some people call prisoner of war camps. And we were each given a number on a tribal ID. And the intent was that we weren't supposed to survive, but we're still here. And we survived because there was a grandma or an auntie who remembered to tell her little takoja that this is what we use the turnips for, or this is where you find the choke cherries, or this is how you make choke cherry patties. And then they'll keep all winter, and then when you need to have ceremony in the middle of winter, you'll have those patties all ready because you can't buy them in the store. And I said, well, if you don't learn this, then you're not going to know it when you're my age. You'll have someone who knows about this plant, but they don't know about this plant. And another person will know about this plant. Someone else will know where all the timsilas grow. Someone else will know where all the grapes are, or where all the raspberries are, or where to get those medicines like hops. We have hops growing here on our homelands. And where the sage grows tallest, some of the people will keep those places secret, so to speak, because they don't want the whole crop to be exploited and all cut down, and so there's nothing there for our grandchildren that are coming behind us. Yesterday we were in St. Francis, at St. Francis Indian School, and I went and talked to a group of young boys who had harvested several wild turnips the day before. Food sovereignty is when you can feed yourself without going to the store. That's pretty hard, you think? Because we all go to the store for our food. So when you want to feed yourself without going to the store, you have to go get food like this. They brought the turnips in, they peeled them, and they prepared the roots to braid them, and they made their own little braid of timsila. Now, that's a food that is being harvested now by a lot of people. When I was a kid, I didn't see as many people harvesting this wild food, but now I see a lot in every community. So I talked to the young men yesterday and told them about how it was important to make a relationship with that vegetable and have good thoughts while they're creating this braid. And then that braid of turnips is there for mom or grandma or auntie or their sister to cook. They can hang it in their house, hang it in their kitchen, and it's just going to be there. And every time they look at it, they can think about the time they went out and dug it and how that felt. And it's a food that's always going to be there. These junk foods that are being processed and sold in the stores are made with foods that are man-made. Basically, there's a lot of things put in there that are addictive. And when you eat unhealthy food, you create or you invite all these illnesses like diabetes or high blood pressure or cancer or heart disease. All those things people are suffering today.
We're standing in the Keowakapala Community Garden, Turtle Creek. It's a 1 acre market and teaching garden. So we do some of it to grow like intense agricultural production for farmers markets or to get into some local grocery stores, restaurants, etc. And then half of it also is more like a indigenous teaching garden where we're planting out heirloom seeds from our region, and we'll be kind of donating all that food out to the community.
It's really hard to change our habits, but I believe that if we help our young people understand that the food they eat is what's creating their ailments, they might plant gardens and grow their own food and maybe start canning their own food so they'll have that all year round.
So we're kind of working on two levels. Is one, we need more food, so we're just trying to grow as much as possible, but then also you know, like this morning we had about 15 young people working. We want to work with people to teach so that this can spread, because we know that our little site can't do everything. You know, the point is kind of to inspire and then send people out to do that work.
Sure. Thank you, Mike, for allowing us to come here today. My name is Waln. I live in the Hudog community. I've lived here all my life, and I am a part of the South Dakota Change Network. Well, the Change Network encouraged me to pick this work back up because I was doing other things with my life, and it encouraged me to go in and ask the school, can I come in and share this information with the students? And I think changing how our students view their plants, how they view their food, how they view their water, that's going to be a major change down the road.
To me, it's really encouraging that she's taking the time to work, especially with young people. I think they have a lot of respect for her and see her as somebody of stature that they should listen to, and that makes that message even more powerful.
We can look to our plants to learn a lot, and we have to make a relationship with them in order for them to keep coming back. So I really appreciate the Change Network for giving me this opportunity to not only meet other people and talk about my passion, but helping me to share this knowledge with my younger relatives here.